Guys, as you know, I left my six-figure job and I moved to Thailand to fully pursue trading. And I have gotten tons of questions from a few of my friends, my family members, people that just recently started following me. Obviously, I'm nothing right now. I have no followers, and I'm okay with that because I want to slowly build and I want to document the whole thing. And I don't want to be one of those people that only once they make it, they start to show everything, you know? So I want to show from the bottom and the growth, and I want to show how I exponentially destroy the market. And so I have a few questions, and let's get into it. So one is, would you recommend someone quit their job to trade? I think it depends on where you are. I think it depends on your age. It depends on your, what if you think you're actually capable of doing it. Do you have the experience in trading? Have you gotten any results yet? You have to ask yourself all these things. Now, would I recommend someone quit their job like I did at a young age, right? I left a six-figure job to go pursue trading. I would say fuck it. I mean, I'm 23 years old. The worst thing that can happen to me is I go and I work a normal job like everybody else, and I go back and I do that. And I just go back to my normal job. So if you know you can get your job back and you're willing to gamble on yourself, I would do it, because at the end of the day, the biggest trade you'll ever take is betting on yourself. And I firmly believe that. How many times did you almost quit trading? I don't have a quitter's mentality. I've been doing trading for 4 years now, and only in the last year, I've actually been starting to see results, get funded, make some money. Only in the past year have I actually started to see myself going up. And so, yeah, I've almost quit 1,000 times. Like anything in life, when you start something, if it's going to be really hard, you obviously run it through your head. Like, is all these failures I'm having, is this a sign? Like, is God giving me a sign to quit? Or is he testing to see how strong I am, to see if I can keep going? So I firmly believe in, personally, my belief with God and everything I do. I really like to ask myself, like, is God testing me to see how strong I am and how capable I am to continue on this journey? Or is he giving me signs to quit? And I believe at the end of the day, God gives us two options, right? Good, bad, left, right. And I'm going to take the right decision every time, which is, again, betting on yourself and going all in. Why do 90% of traders fail? This is actually the easiest fucking question to answer. At the end of the day, the market moves in two directions, up and down, okay? You have a 50% chance of winning and a 50% chance of losing. At the end of the day, 90% of traders fail because of two reasons. One, they revenge trade. They're not risking what they know they should be risking. They lose a trade, they take a loss on a position, and they start full porting more news, and they're full porting their positions, they're blowing accounts left and right. They have no emotional connection with themselves to actually say, hey, I shouldn't do this. That's one. Two, I guess that is two. They don't have emotional connection within themselves to actually stick to a model and, oblige by it and not look left and right. You lose 3-4 trades, you go on YouTube, you start looking for another strategy. Follow your strategy, backtest your strategy. If you know it's working and it's consistent, you don't move and you don't waver. You stay to that one thing. This is a little more personal questions. What was the most painful loss you ever took? So, I don't want to say I believe I've taken painful losses. Have I been $250,000 in debt by the time I was 22? Yes. Have I lost 150 grand in a year off of some investments that didn't go well? Yes. Was I 90 grand in credit card debt and my credit shot down over 100 points and my card was declining everywhere I'd go after making six figures and having $30,000 to $50,000 months? Yes. Was it painful? At moments, but you also have to ask yourself, if not now, when? I learned so much in the process of losing in that period of time that if I ever go through something like that again, I know how to handle it. And I'm also aware now how to not get into that position. I'm aware of what mistakes I made that got me into that situation, which if I never got into that situation, I would have never learned. So I think it's actually a beautiful thing that I went through that, and I'm very grateful for it, and I thank God every day. And around the people that I was with at that time too, I'm also very grateful for them. And I wish everyone in that period of time of my life health, wealth, love, and happiness. Did quitting your job ever make you panic? Abso-fucking-lutely. I literally had I had moments where, again, it's only been about a month that I quit my job and, quit something I've been doing for 3-4 years now. And that's been very consistent for me to chase something that might not even be long-term, but I believe in it and I'm going to do it. Yeah, it made me panic. there's days here where I'm sitting in my bed. I'm in my 45th floor studio with a view overlooking the beach in a beautiful city in Thailand, in Jomtien. And yeah, there's moments where I'll sit and I'll look over the balcony and I'll be all alone and I have nobody to talk to, and I'm alone 90% of the day. And I ask myself, like, did I make the right move? And I think if you can, again, go back and fix your mistakes, then I think you made the right move. I mean, I don't see why it was a bad move. I think this was a great move for me. What mindset do you need to survive trading? You don't need any specific mindset just to survive trading, because you can be the best trader in the world and the most piece of shit human. So I believe that trading, it actually just elevates who you are. It shows you all the emotions that you've hidden amongst your life. When you take 10 losses in a row, right? Are you still confident to get back on the computer and do the same fucking thing, right? Because trading is not like a normal job. Trading is the only job in the world that if you actually show up and you do everything right, your boss, right, the market, will literally look at you and say, hey, take $500 out of your pocket or $5,000 out of your pocket and give it to me. And you might have done everything right. You showed up on time, you got on the macro, you marked all the key levels, you waited for break of structure, you waited for everything. I mean, you literally waited for everything to play out into your favor. You perfectly took your model and you still fucking lost. And you can do that for months. I mean, you can have 2 months in price where you're literally having, I mean, I haven't had 2 losing months in a row, but you can have 2 bad months. It can happen, you know, where you losing, but you're doing everything right. And I think mentally, how a trader needs to perceive the market and the mentality that they have to have when they're stepping into the market is also being strong outside of life, right? Can you show up to the gym when you don't want to? Can you eat the meal you don't want to eat? You gotta just have that mentality. Is trading just gambling? Most people think trading is gambling, but the truth is most people trade like gamblers. They're not actually trading properly. Again, they don't have a model, they don't stick to what they need to know they didn't stick to. So they jump around. Again, you lose a few trades, you jump to a different model, you go on YouTube, you're binge watching 7 different fucking influencers. And I'm gonna do one more question, guys, and this is gonna be a little more of a personal question. Let me look for it. Okay. What was the darkest moment you had in trading? Okay, this is a good question. When I opened a business and I was working every day from around 8 in the morning to 11 p.m. And after 11, I'd go home and I would go to the gym. And I'd get home from the gym at around 1. And then I would wake up at around 5:30 and I would get on the market, wait for New York Open, trade only like 20, 30 minutes in New York Open, get in my car, rush to work, get there by 7:30, try to get there sometimes by 8 if I had to. And for me, that moment of my life, I would say was the darkest moment, because not only was my business failing, but I was also failing every day in the market. And the only 2 things that were keeping me sane, right, work and trading, started making me go crazy because I was losing in both avenues. And I was like, wow, is this me? Am I just a fucking loser? And the truth is, I wasn't a fucking loser. I was just playing the game. I'm going through the process of becoming a better person. I was going through the process of learning how to take losses, right? If God wants you to be patient, he's going to give you things to be patient about. If God wants you to be strong, he's going to put hard things in your way so you can learn how to develop into a strong person. And I think that was that era of my life, which I'm very grateful for, showed me how to be stronger, showed me how to be a little more resilient. And that's it, guys. So I appreciate you watching the video. Again, nothing, not a crazy video of any sort. I just kind of wanted to get on. And again, as you guys know, I quit my job making $30,000 to $50,000 a month to go all in on trading. Have I made millions yet? No. Am I mega successful? Absolutely not. Do I want to be? Yes. And I want to document the full journey in front of everybody to watch. And if I fail, you guys can laugh at me. But I can say I fucking tried. And you can't if you don't take that step forward. So take the step forward, guys. I believe in you. I'm not selling y'all anything. I'm literally just doing this to show what I'm going through, because I think 90% of people are scared to do it. And there's always that one person that has to step up and do it. So I want to be that person that steps up and does it. And I hope you guys can learn something from me. And yeah, shoot a follow, guys, subscribe to the channel. And if you have any other questions, just comment them down below and I'm going to put them on a list and I'll do another Q&A video in the next 2-3 weeks. Thank you, guys.